One, two, three, four, five. It's your guy, Double D, Derek Dimes, defeatthebook.com, coming at you with a free selection here, March Madness Elite 8, where we have the Illinois Fighting Illini going up against the mighty, mighty UConn Huskies here in this matchup. I want to make sure I give you a free selection here today. On Houston yesterday, weren't able to cash. Jamal Shed goes out early in that game, and it completely changed the complexion of that game moving forward. Houston was up late and just really couldn't combat the loss of losing Jamal Shed. Now it seems like it's been 5 or 6 tournaments in a row here where Houston has struggled to get through and make it to the Elite Eight and Final Four, losing one of their best players. They lost one last year, and it seems like it's been 5 or 6 years in a row where we've seen Houston lose their best player come tournament time when they really need them the most. So very unfortunate for Houston. Unfortunate for us to be able to drop that one. I want to make sure we get your free pick win today. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Make sure you subscribe, click the bell so you're notified every single time I drop anything on this channel. I want to make sure we get your freebie. So we're going to do just that here, okay? 6 o'clock matchup, Fighting Illini, UConn Huskies, and boy, is it hard to turn your back on the UConn Huskies. They have now won every single game last year's tournament by double digits, every game this tournament by double digits. They just rolled over a San Diego State team who's one of the best defensive teams in the country by 30 points, and I don't know if it gets any higher, the hype here, than it does currently. Now they're going up against the Fighting Illini team who's playing outstanding. What an explosive offensive team, second best adjusted offensive efficiency here in the country. Where Terrence Shannon is playing about as good as it gets on the offensive side of the ball. They have Cole Hawkins, Dane Dange has been playing great. Domas has been playing great as well. This is a team who shoots a three very well. And defensively, they've been playing a little bit better as well, as they've now had all 3 opponents they've held under 70 points as they came off that big win against Iowa State. We know how tough Iowa State's defense can be. They were up there big in the first half. Second half, Iowa State made a huge surge to come back, and a game I thought they had a great chance to try to win. It couldn't capitalize there down the stretch. So the line is opening up here at 8.5. It's pretty much holding firm there. Over under at 155.5, 155, holding pretty firm there as well. And some good action on UConn, and for good reason. It's really hard for me to turn my back on them now. This is a spot where I think that Illinois has the ability to match up well. I think with Cole Hawkins is really going to be the key for them in this one, and Guerriere and some of these other guys on the perimeter to try to stretch the floor. And you got to try to get Kerrigan out of that paint. You got to try to get him out and make him defend on the perimeter. Now, this UConn team is just extremely balanced. I mentioned that Illinois is number 2 in adjusted offensive efficiency. That's because UConn's number 1. They're also number 6 in adjusted defensive efficiency. Just a complete machine here this year. They don't typically play fast, but they can kill you out in the open court. They can hit threes. They make free throws. They make it from 2. Just an overall one of the most dangerous teams that we've seen in quite some time here, looking to go back-to-back in a national championship here. And it's hard for me to turn my back on them. As much as I want to pick Illinois, I think they match up well with the height on the inside. Illinois has faced bigs this year. They faced Purdue twice, so obviously they've seen guys like Zach Edey down below, but they lost both of those games. They lost to Purdue by 6 there at home, and they lost to Purdue on the road by 5. And I think UConn is light years ahead of Purdue, if I'm going to be completely honest. I just think the diversity that they have and the different ways that they can score on all 3 levels, and the way that they're defending, their ability to go on runs like no other team that we've seen in quite some time. I know if you're following me on X, I guess it's called now, not Twitter, Bryce and I were having that conversation saying it's really one of the best teams we've seen go on kill shot runs like that since North Carolina 2009, and that was an electric team where they beat everybody by double figures as well here. But this is really a tough spot for me to turn my back on UConn, and I'm not going to do it. I know a lot of folks think this is the spot here. This is where they go down, or this is where they don't cover the number. It seems like every game, most of these teams are in the game until UConn goes on one of those 12-0 run, 15-0 run, 20-0 runs. We've seen them go on crazy runs year after year after year. Does Illinois have enough defense to hang around? Just 85th here in adjusted defensive efficiency here. They were 9th in the Big Ten here this year in adjusted defensive efficiency. I'm just not sure that I trust them defensively to do it for 40 minutes, which you're going to have to do against this UConn team to cover the number. I'm going to take the UConn Huskies. I'm going to lay the 8.5. I know it seems like a thick number. It seems like a lot. I think they get the job done. Give me the UConn Huskies. I'm going to lay the 8.5 as the official free pick of the day. Let me know if you agree, you disagree, whatever the case may be. But for now, I'm riding with the Huskies. Double D, Derek Dimes, defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat the odds. Best of luck if you decide to tail. But either way, hope you guys have an awesome Saturday. Good luck.